the 11th. Got a little chest day with Casey, Eli. Sitting at a new low, 184, about 39 days out. So things are going to be changing in terms of my training and my diet. So I'm on a PSMF, which is protein sparing modified fast. So my diet is heavy in protein right now. Took away my oats, took away my almond butter, but it's all good. And the rep ranges are changing. So Coach Andrew wants me in that 5 to 10 range, leaving 1 rep in reserve. So it'll be interesting because we're used to pushing till failure, but he's told me to trust the process, stick to the plan, and it's crunch time. My dog Eli told me it's crunch time, so it's time to lock in.
Amon Zoe locked in.
Yeah, we're about 39 days out from this prep. It's funny, like, when I was 6 weeks out, so I'm probably like 5 and some change. When I was 6 weeks out, bruh, I was ready to, like, be done. Like, man, I was so irritable, like, tired. I kept, like, gaining weight. Like, in full transparency, I got down, maybe 3 weeks ago, I got down to, like, 185. I think it was 3 weeks ago. I got down to 185. So I'm like, oh, bet. Like, I'm good. I just got to get to, ideally I wanted to be in the 170s. Got down. And I was like, okay, we're good. And that was around my birthday. I actually had, like, some hibachi the day after my birthday. It was literally just veggies, shrimp, and chicken. Like, I didn't have any carbs with it. And, like, I don't know if I was stressed or something, bro. I, like, went up. I shot up to, like, 191, 192. I'm like, dang. So then, like, I think I just got stressed because of, like, how much weight I was gaining. And I was like, yo, I'm not even eating that. I'm not even going off program like that. Like, literally, that was probably the worst thing I had. If anything, I had maybe extra chicken or extra veggies. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't doing nothing crazy. Still trying to stay within my macros. Kept gaining. I would, like, stay in, like, the high 180s, 190s,
wasn't getting enough rest. I was like, yo, like I'm just stressed. I just gotta like chill. Like this is too much. I was like not giving enough time to my girl. I was just like energy was low at work. So I ended up he recommended Calm. It's just like a supplement that helps with like stress. It's got like ashwagandha, L-theanine, it's like some good stuff in there. Also he gave me a refeed and that helped a little. Basically he gave me a little bit of carbs to manage that stress because I was just so fatigued. And then I weighed in at a new low, 184 this morning. And I think just that reset really helped me out because I was actually prioritizing rest. I was taking naps. I didn't edit as much, even though I was like recording YouTube. I don't know how I was able to do that and manage stress, but yeah, it was a interesting time for sure. But he's kind of readjusted things. Like I'm checking in a lot more frequently, and I feel like I'm so close, and I'm actually seeing some good like results. Like I'm seeing the body change a little bit better, like the definition, the muscle separation, and it's like I don't want to sabotage all of this work. So I just gotta dial in. Literally all my oats I made, I just like gave them to my dad. I'm like, yeah, I can't eat that right now. So, and I gotta reweigh everything because I weighed stuff based on what I had last week, but that's all changed. So I'm gonna reweigh a lot of the stuff, and it kind of worked out because I'm eating a little bit less veggies and more protein, and I don't have enough veggies and I have a lot of protein. So I'm like, not stressing about that. I'm about to go. These cars are taking a minute. So yeah. Like our brains are used to patterns, routines, right? The way you do things every single day is registered in your mind. The way you go up the stairs, your brain literally knows what foot leads up the stairs. Or when you're putting on a shirt, which arm goes through the sleeve first. Your brain is registered. You might not think of it consciously, but you have a way of doing things. You have a way of operating. So obviously that's like a very specific level, but think about your lifestyle. You have the same route you go to when you're driving to the store, right? Or maybe the same path when you're going through the grocery store. You kind of have a path you go through. You kind of know what you get first. When you're even driving regular commutes, you kind of you kind of stick to the same lane unless there's something in that lane. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're on a 2-lane road, you tend to stay in the same lane. You know what I'm saying? Like think of it like that. So what you're essentially about to get into, you're literally about to reroute your whole pattern, your whole routine. I think there's a saying, I believe it's called like neuroplasticity. Are you familiar with that?
Nah.
It's essentially like your brain's ability to adapt and change its structure and function in response to stimuli. And that's something like, it's real. Like your brain literally has an ability to adapt to the change or structure. Like it can literally change its structure and function based on the stimuli. So things you've gone through as you're growing up, your brain has literally been practicing neuroplasticity. That's why, like, if someone said something specific to you, you react in a certain way, whether you like it or not, because that's your brain has been trained to respond that way. You see what I'm saying? And I know it sounds very like nerdy, but like to me, that's how I'm able to interpret and make the changes and understand what I'm going through. Because you're gonna get to a point where it's like, man, like this sucks. Why am I even doing this? Or why do I have to? But you're literally changing your life. So it's like you can't necessarily adapt early on. You have to go through that phase of neuroplasticity to the point where it becomes the norm. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can literally change your life. Like you can literally change your behaviors, your patterns. It's like a scary thing, but it's also a powerful thing because you will be surprised how many people think that they're stuck in who they are. They're stuck in the person that they are, the behaviors that they have. I'm sure you get, but we're like, we haven't even lived half of our lives. So the ability for us to make that a reality is a lot more easier for us than it is for someone in their 60s and 70s. You have to think about, you gotta change 60 to 70 years of training, where we've lived 20 something years, and the first 5 or 6 are like, that's like the training ground. That's like anything goes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you've really, maybe from middle school, you started to kind of have a little bit more autonomy, maybe high school, college, definitely. It might seem like a lot of time, but it's really not, because now your frontal lobe's a lot more developed for you to actually like intentionally change that. All right, so Andrew changed the plan. So I'm going from 150 grams of chicken to 275. So I'm just readjusting my meals because I had last week's macros on there. So I just need to add 125 grams of chicken to all my meals.